Hi, thanks for joining us. Today we're going to talk about the business of weddings. Now, I'm not sure if your wedding business is a big portion of your business or is something that you're interested in, but the state of the industry is good for weddings right now, and it's looking great going forward. The wedding industry is reported by the Wedding Report. It says that consecutively for the past 3 years, each year, the wedding business has actually risen, and not so much the number of weddings, but it's rising in the amount that brides are spending on their weddings. And so whether you're perhaps a photographer or a reception venue, a DJ or dress shop or florist, every aspect of the wedding industry, I've seen people that are having record years. And perhaps it's time that you're looking to have one for yourself. Now, when I talk about the business of weddings, I'm talking about the stuff that makes you money. I'm going to talk today primarily about two things that make you money. First thing is your marketing. Your marketing makes you money. Now, many people, when they hear that, they say, Rick, are you out of your mind? Because marketing just costs me money. All I do is I spend money on ads that half the time I don't even know if they work or not. But if let's look at it like this, pretend let's take you out of wherever you're at. Perhaps you're a photographer, but you go out and you buy this Mondo Biondo camera that's better than anything that's out there. DSLR that's going to knock the socks off. You take all these great classes and learn how to be the best photographer out there. You got this killer setup for a studio. None of that. And it's the best out there. You're the best out there. None of that is going to make you money unless people know that you exist. And that's where marketing comes in. Now, when I talk about marketing, I'm not necessarily just categorizing the stuff that you have to pay money for, because a lot of the stuff that I teach is marketing on how to do things cheap that's more effective. There's a process in which brides buy. First, they need to know about you, then they sort out because you're not the only one out there, and then they build trust with the ones that they like. And we as businesses have a similar process in that we will do our marketing first, which brings in our leads. Secondary, then we need to focus on the sales aspect of it. We need to sell those. Our phone rings first through our marketing, then we have to sell those appointments, and then we have to fulfill that which we sell. So based on that, some people think that, well, marketing is pretty important, and I'm going to tell you, no, it's not important. It's crucial. It's life critical to your business. If your marketing is not effective, you're not going to be working. You're not going to find the brides that need to find you. And marketing is marketing, whether it's just the wedding aspect of your business or something else. And so let's take a look at Joe here, for example. Pull you out of your world. Joe's a great cook, and he has this chicken recipe that'll knock your socks off. In fact, all of his friends always tell him every time they see him, Joe, this is the best chicken I ever had. And truly, it is the best chicken. It's really good stuff. And they convince him that he goes out and he cashes in his 401k and starts a restaurant. And again, he's doing it for the first time, so he goes over budget on time and on money. And the last thing that he forgets is he just worries about how everything looks, but he doesn't worry about getting people there. And so he's stuck with this kind of a result because he didn't put money into his marketing. And people don't know this great chicken exists. Joe's Chicken, while it's the best, the restaurant's sitting there empty and the chicken's sitting there uneaten. Now you can imagine what happens with businesses like this every day of the week. Because when you make your marketing work for you, then you're going to be out there working. So you want your marketing uh, to be more important than electricity. Now, people say, "Well, Rick, I've got to have electricity for your business," and I'm telling you, no, you don't, because in 2004, I actually lived in Florida, and we had a Hurricane Charlie come through on August 13th. And then we had Hurricane Francis on September 4th and Hurricane Ivan on September 16th. And interestingly enough, I lived right in the middle of the path of all those storms each time it hit. We went without electricity for at least a week each time, sometimes a little bit longer. But what was funny was that business still went on. People figured it out. They still figured out how to do things. Now, if you don't have customers, doesn't matter what's going on. The second part of the business of weddings is persuasion. Now, some people refer to this as sales, and I don't like to do the sell thing. In fact, I have people say stuff like, I can't sell. I don't like to sell. I'm not a salesman. And my response to them is a resounding good, because of the fact that I don't want you to sell. I want you to be that expert. I want you to be that consultant. I want you to be the person that you know what you're talking about. I don't want you to start learning technique, and I don't want you to start learning all these closing, overcoming objections, crap things that just don't work. I want you to learn persuasion to where you're educating them about what you need. Because again, many people equate being sold as this guy here, that he's going to oversell you, and you're going to underdeliver. You need to form a strategy, though. You need to map out your sales process, and you need to do step by step by step, because you need to take the brides in those steps. Now, when you do this properly, the bride gets more responsive, and then trust becomes your factor. So now imagine you've got effective marketing plus powerful persuasion. You're going to have having an upswing in your business. Now just think about this for a minute. If you just upticked your business a little bit, you tweak things. You don't have to go through an overhaul totally. But if you're able to do that, and you're able to go in the mind of the bride and follow her processes, you're going to do better. Now, I could tell you all about my resume and everything that I've done, but I just want you to know two things. I want to increase the number of weddings that you have and the average that they spend with you on those weddings. So you put more money into your bank account at the end of the year. Because the state of the industry is simple. I want you to realize these things, that 85% of the brides that you're dealing with are first timers, and they don't know how to do that. You've got to, again, follow their process. That said, there's also 20% turnover in our industry amongst our peers each and every year. If you've been in this business for 5 years, you'll tell me in your city it's a whole new business there. Now, others have done what I'm suggesting can be done. That's the state of the industry that I want you to focus on. And when we focus on those things, then we can improve it. So, uh, get into the mind of the brides. You get more customers. At least get them to trust you more, to where they'll tell you that it's not a match right now. Perhaps they don't have enough money in their budget, and you can't make it magically appear. But by doing the effective marketing and the powerful persuasion, you're going to improve your business by using the best practices that are out there. And I'm working with hundreds and hundreds of wedding professionals each year. Every day of my week, that's what I'm doing, is I'm working on the business side of their weddings. So I've got some things that have worked for you. So I'm going to suggest to you that if you're serious about taking your business to the next level, that you click on the link below here, and let's see if we can't continue the conversation. Thanks for joining me here today.